my friends. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing great. Just sharing my stream on all of the channels and everything. Yeah. Tell me, how are you? How are you today? Just waiting for more people to arrive. Stream. Hello, Ben. Nice to meet you. Fakila, hi. Hi, greetings, Lord Pigeon 156, hi. Thanks for the live stream. Yeah, anytime. Usually, thanks for the live stream. People write after the live stream. Hi, Swain. How are you today? You went live so too early. Well, not that early. Now it's 23:18 here in Central European time, so it's quite late, and I'm freaking tired. But I want to make this live stream. I don't know for how long we're gonna continue, but you didn't have time to finish the video. Yeah. That's all right. So I usually finish the job with the video. Then I have some time for maybe streaming, and then I go sleep. I want also to record the video about the Iranian update because we have some news. Yeah. Dark, hi. Swedish hole breaker, hi. Hi. That's how are you? I'm okay. Demon, hi. This feeling, it seems like I need to sleep, but I don't know. Should I? I woke up like maybe 6 hours ago, maybe 7. So should I go sleep? It's like I feel cold somehow, freezing. I don't know. Why can in the world give you say Hungary to Russia? Hungary is USA, huh? Betsy, hi. How are you? Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing great. Yeah, before we're waiting for the people, I want to yap about my microphones. Well, I prepaid. Can I call prepaid? This one. This is the clone of Sony C800G. Well, original C800G costs, I think now it costs $20,000. The original Sony. And this one from STEM Audio, it's called SA800G for prepaid 390. So if you add to the card, you pay like, I think I paid €350 for pre-order. So throughout the year, maybe they will assemble it and they'll send it to me. But this is like from the reviews I heard, this is the most close to the Sony. I'll never pay $20,000 for the Sony mic, but this one, I mean, the look, the design is fantastic. So I still have this sickness, yeah. But I'm not sure. Like I sent €350 or euros. And I still wonder if I need it, And probably it will not work for my room. Maybe I need to invest more in room treatment also. So maybe I'm gonna stick after all with this one. We'll see. After all, STEM audio is nice, good mic design, but I need to think about it still. But since they say like, okay, you'll have it, and the next batch will be assembled, I think assembled in April. I'm going to see it finally in autumn, maybe. In the best case scenario, autumn this year. We'll see. And I'll try to sell my microphones, which I own right now, because I don't use. The one that is very expensive, Louis, I don't use it, so I'll sell it. Did you get the taco thing? It's on the way. Thanks for telling me. I'll check my mail. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, the new poster. I wonder where is it. Boo. It should be somewhere. UPS, yeah. View delivery planner, truck number. It should have been delivered today, but it's delay. They have delay. I cannot show you what I see now because there is my address, but they have delay. On the way to Switzerland, they have delay. Okay. The last time it was seen in Warsaw, Poland. It was like sent already to Switzerland, but delay is en route. I also worry about food prices. I don't think that there will be famine somewhere here in Europe. I think it's not possible, but the prices for food, for groceries, they will skyrocket. And it will happen, I think, the next month. Because everyone says about it. I have my friends also, they're working on container ships, on grain ships. Yeah, 2 of those. And they both saying that they now have to spend 30% more. It's right now 30% more for refueling of their tankers and ships. So it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, happy Easter. Is it today? Easter. Is it today? Denys, you sound good on your mic today. Yeah, this mic is the best I have actually for my voice, I think so. It's more detailed, it's more articulate and bassy. That's how I speak in real life, maybe. But still, it's in lack of this feeling of the body, you know. It's detailed, it's pretty much good, but it's after all the small condenser mic, you know, this membrane here, it's kind of small. So on the large condenser microphone, it's different. You can feel more, like you may feel more in the voice some of the mistakes, yeah, some of the flaws, not mistakes, but flaws in the voice itself, but you have more pure thing. And why the voice and why this microphone thing is so, I'm so obsessed with it. Because it decides everything, how your video will perform, and how to say, you know, we as human beings, we develop this instinct. Then we listen to someone speaking, you know, then we understand the voice in details, in full spectrum. Then we like the voice. We are listening to the person. We are physically affiliating. Yeah, it's like instinct. So it's very, very, very important to. I forgot the name in English of this thing, but it's very important, you know, to sound good. It's very important. And I don't know why I didn't put so much attention before in my videos, but after all, maybe people watch me for the topic and what I was telling you, not how I was telling you. But if you put like what you're telling and on top also how you're telling it, I think it's gonna be better outcome. Or maybe I'm just a crazy guy and I'm just experimenting, and it's my new hobby to try different microphones and all this stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm just searching for excuse. My girl's from Norway. Oh, nice. Yeah, 30%. That's gonna be crazy for everything. Twitch has a lot less of delay than YouTube. Yes, Fakila. Twitch has less delay. Maybe I may experiment with those delays. Oh, now I cannot change the latency. So I selected on YouTube normal latency. Also, I have low latency options and ultra low latency, but there is the risk for YouTube in this case not to process the image correctly on time. Yeah, after all, YouTube is not made for streaming. Twitch is made for streaming, yeah? That's why you have... It's working more rapidly in a way. Hello, Dennis and dear people. Hello, totally nutters. Are you still going to France this summer? I'm not sure, Betsy. They have really good headphones, Dennis. So would you able to hear the difference without good speakers or headphones? The whole way, yes, I understand that. But many people they use headphones. By the way, I have kind of expensive headphones. This is focal Batis, and I really enjoy them. The sound here is absolutely fantastic. My recommendation, like if you have, I have Bluetooth version, but wired version is also nice. They isolate well. They're so good. So I am very satisfied with them. I have another headphones. They're also good, and by the way, they're cheap, like more or less cheap. Ah, shit. I think it's Audio Technica. Yeah, Audio Technica. I ordered the custom cushions here. They're custom leather made because originals they're pushing your ear to your skull, like this, and it's impossible to wear them for a long time. So I ordered the custom cushions. They're very like on AliExpress leather, especially for those. This is Audio Technica 80 HM50X. They're very nice, and many people are using them. And also, I use them. Then I play video games alone. Then I listen to the music. So I use them. Yeah, this one is for streaming, for filming videos. The small iPhone. This is $15. This is just for not obscuring my head. Like this, sitting and filming. It's not. I think it's like this one is good. But with the big headphones, yeah, it's obviously way better. This one is my gym. This one is my daily with my phone. Yeah, I'm pairing with my phone and listening everything, podcasts, updates from different Ukrainian bloggers also. And this is very good. Also, I'm checking out my videos sometimes, how I sound. So this is fantastic. Like the best headset I have ever had. But Audio Technica is also great. Is a little bit less, but still great. So about Taco Trump, yeah, I hope it will arrive maybe in the coming 2 days. The main thing for it to arrive on 1st of April. Yeah, so we have weekend and 2 more days for it to arrive. I hope it will. Yes, 31st. Yeah, for sure it will arrive before the 1st of April. And on the 1st of April, I'm going to put Taco here. Do you still speak Mentor Pilot sometimes, Dennis? No. I also wear headphones to listen to your videos. As long as the audio doesn't have too much bass or turbo, it's pleasant. I have Skull Caddy headphones myself because I love music. Oh, nice, Daho. Nice. I think this mic is more bassy, but yeah, I just like it. I tried to reduce the bass, but for me it sounded like very flat. So I leave the bass. There was someone complaining. By the way, people do they complain about my sound? Because I changed the microphone. Sometimes people complain, oh, the previous mic was better. Then the fact it's not like that. It also depends when what people used to listen to you, right? Yeah, people say like another day, another mic, possibly AKG condenser this time. I like the suspension mount. I imagine you have an acoustic panel in front of you too. No. This is Neumann. This is Neumann KMS 105. Yeah, answered. Someone say, "Hi, Dennis. This mic is no more distortion. Thank you. Go on." Okay. So for someone is distortion. Yeah. But I'm with this one already for 1 week, so it's fine. Trump promised to drain the swamp. He drained pipe was clogged, but no worries. He just hired a plumber. Yeah. Still need to put Taco in the background of the video without any context. Yeah. I will put it like I will not say a thing about it. Just it will be there, and we'll see how people would comment about Taco. Could be interesting. Could be really interesting. Who gave me a membership? You took it yourself. The microphone is super. How's the weather in Switzerland? It's freaking cold. Prague was flooded yesterday. Oh, the tears of the Irish who came for a football expected a win. By the way, yeah, Ukraine lost it. Ukraine lost it. It's football, it's not a soccer. A real football. Cheers to a future career as an audio technician. Yeah, I already thought to open some of the studio, some of the sound studio, to call it records, to make a business. But I don't think it's going to be profitable. Because then you dig down into something, you are interested in something, you open up more details, you're encouraged, you're into it. And that's the new sphere for me, this audio thing. And I would like to have my studio, audio records. I cannot sing, I never tried, let's say. But yeah, as for the podcast broadcast, I think I have more or less okayish voice. But for the studio, for singer, no. But I can make it just studio for other musicians, or for voiceovers. It's just a blah blah blah about nothing, just my thoughts. It requires lots of the investments. My World Cup bracket is already ruined. I see, yeah. Ukraine lost to Sweden 3-1 yesterday, yeah. I didn't watch it. And then you speak with a British accent? No. I have my own accent. Life is too short to not do what you love, Dennis. Don't be afraid. Yeah, I agree with you. Dark hole. I agree. Could the internet blackout be cover up for Putin being zeroed? No. He is there, I mean. He was recording the video today, even. Somewhere. Trump, again with his delusional thing. Trump is the craziest president. Like, he's so incompetent. He's definitely crazy, like madman. And this is shame, this what happened. A meeting of deputies of the State Duma of the Russian Federation and American congressmen, Republicans and Democrats, took place in Washington. The parties reportedly discussed the creation of the Friendship Group in Congress with ties to Russia for regular contacts. The initiator of the meeting was pro-Russian Republican Congressman Anna Paulina Luna. Jeez. This is very low. This is like, this was unimaginable 1.5 years ago, right? But now it's the reality. Yeah. Friendship group, yeah. It's crazy world, indeed, Betsy. I don't like Trump. I hate this idiot. Like, yeah. I saw something about USA and Israel hitting nuclear energy plant, water plant factories. Yeah, they're hitting something, but I'll check. I haven't heard about nuclear facilities being really targeted hard. No Swedish, I know, like idiot Trump. Yeah. The No Kings protests are supposed to get over 7 million people tomorrow. Oh, nice. No Kings, I like. Hopefully more people will participate. Have you seen the satellite images of KC-135 being destroyed? More of them. Now there was the information published 1 week ago that the planes were hit, 5 of them. I don't know if there is the same case or there is not the same case. But today's satellite images were released. So, satellite imagery appears to confirm the United States 4KC-135 strata tanker has been destroyed. Several others possibly damaged as a result of Iranian attack earlier today. So it's not that attack, it's today's attack, utilizing ballistic missiles and drones against Prince Sultan airbase in Saudi Arabia. By the way, Zelensky is in Saudi Arabia. So, yeah. Apparently there was the strike. Boom, boom. People also start to say that maybe it's the Photoshop because the nose is absent of this airplane, but it's hard to tell because there is the cloud. So also imperfection in processing of the images, because after all we are not using physical like it was like cameras there were before with the tape cameras, or something. We use digital things and they may have some of the artifacts sometimes, so it could be the same. Later on this image was confirmed as the real one, by the way. And I see also the damage down to one of the buildings, you see here. It's the damage. Or no, before, yeah? I guess it was the damage. And after we don't see it, this building here. What people comment. Yeah, people are sarcastic. And this is freaking American channel, Awesome Defender. Cheers. So yeah, it will be in the next video about Iran update, of course. The Russian Shadow Fleet is 40% down in capacity because of their reservoir oil on fire. Yeah. And the images, they are crazy coming from those. Ust-Luga and other, I forgot the name of the other one. That's crazy. I already shared it, I guess. And they're so detailed, satellite images, So detailed. It looks really beautiful. Yeah? Probably the most detailed images I have ever seen throughout this war. So detailed, so nice. I think they used the contrast, like different filters for the image picture. I think this should be yellow. What we see in purple is yellow, actually. I think so. But yeah, this is crazy. And this looks, because so many details, on those satellite images, this is looking great. So nice. Amsterdam 26-27 on April King's Day. Oh, HDR? What HDR? They alter the image so much it's hard to know what is real. Well, this is real. Volcanic eruption and all. Yeah, this is real. And still you see there are many of the oil tanks which could be hit. Nice fresh air there, yeah. No, it's not an AI. It's the real stuff. It's the real stuff. The real color is blue on Google Maps. Ah, okay, so it's blue. HDR image that DJI drones use. Google Maps put a filter over the ocean, just the little fact. Satellite image don't use optical light, they use infrared and radar to make composite images. I see, so that's the infrared probably. But it looks so nice. When getting over the cold, I was worried Denys would get in. He said he had sore throat. Yeah, I had it. Thanks for subscription, Ken6808. Thank you. Oh my, you subscribed for 8 months. Come on, that's too much. What's up with Trump saying Cuba is next? Yeah, we're gonna see it. Thank you again for support of the channel.
Be great if we could do something, but they have to open it up. They have to open up the.
No, not this one. The previous. We're gonna listen.
Wouldn't have to use. I built this great military. I said you'll never have to use it, but sometimes you have to use it. And Cuba's next, by the way. But pretend I didn't say that, please. Pretend I didn't say that. Please, media, please disregard that statement. Thank you very much.
Something is not something is wrong, but definitely he's losing his mind. The way how he speaks, and he is a freaking unstoppable narcissist, psychopath.
Great if we could do something, but they have to open it up. They have to open up the Strait of Hormuz. Excuse me for this. I'm so sorry. Such a terrible mistake. The fake news will say, he accidentally said, no. There's no accidents with me, not too many. If there were, we'd have a major story.
Jeez. He's worse than Joe Biden, yeah. Looks like. Joe Biden, he was, because he was not such a huge narcissist, yeah. He was getting older with his diagnosis, I guess, as well. And clearly he got some dementia problems and mind problems, right? It was clear. But he was like this kind of robot guy, yeah? Robot. So robot guy who is not that harmful. But this one, he is deteriorating, and his complexes, all of his the worst stuff in his mind, it appears and pumps up and takes his entire personality. So this is crazy. And he's incompetent. He's incompetent about the Iranian issue as well. Today there was the news published about how he obtains the secret information. So Secret Service of the United States just gives him video presentation of what happened the last day in Iran, achievements, what we hit, what we haven't hit yet, and he receives it as YouTube video, And those videos, they're quite short, so he doesn't get the entire picture. And if he doesn't get the entire picture, he's not into reading the text documents, which are being presented like big documents. If he's not into this, it means that he makes incompetent decisions. So he his circle, Pete Hegseth, even Rubio, I think, they all live in this strange world, imaginable world that doesn't correspond to reality. And for this reason, we see lots of the statements of Donald Trump that contradict each other, and he is changing his rhetorics in a few minutes sometimes. And we negotiate, we won, we are winning, we will win, no ground troops, maybe ground troops, we're sending ground troops, no ground troops, no new wars, new war. So this is chaos, unfortunately. Like, he does not make sense, Trump. At least Biden didn't just explode made war. He was more holding back and being safe. Yeah, he was too much being safe. I mean, Biden, especially, he trusted so much to his national security advisor, Jake Sullivan. Jake Sullivan, you know. The guy is no escalate, yeah? Mr. No escalation. About the sending weapons to Ukraine, especially. Should we let them to strike with ATACMS? Should we not let? I think now no one cares any longer, because all of the red lines were crossed. Why don't he just gets removed? I don't know. Still not at the boiling point, I guess. I think Trump just hates Zelensky because Zelensky didn't say Biden election was rigged. For many of the reasons he doesn't like Zelensky. He doesn't like Zelensky also for Zelensky represents democratic country with intention to join this big European family, yeah? United Europe. United Europe, as we know, they don't like them. You. J.D. Vance doesn't like you. Donald Trump doesn't like you. They don't want this ally to be powerful. They want to split the European Union and to control countries separately. That's why they're supporting Orban. So Trump has lots of the things in common with Orban and with Putin than with Zelensky. Zelensky represents completely different world, and they cannot be friends. If Donald Trump goes and there will be another president without this isolationist so-called policy, yeah, who would respect allies, not adversaries, he might have some of the common with Zelensky, like Joe Biden had common with Zelensky, yeah. But now in America, there are Russian diplomats, yeah? Russian diplomats, Russian members of the parliament, they were very well welcomed by senators or congressmen who was there. So it's completely crazy.
I say military because as a military operation, I don't need any approvals. As a war, you're supposed to get approval from Congress, something like that. So I call it a military operation, but we have that going along. And
so he's laughing. He's laughing at the United States legislation. Like, okay, I called it a military operation, so I don't need the approval. That's it. Fuck yourself now. So, Congress, goodbye. We just call it SMO, yeah. And we don't need operation. Yeah, SMO 2.0 can. Trump has a week. I don't think so. Maybe, I'm not sure. We don't like Trump, MAGA, J.D. Vance, or United States agents. It's GMO, ground military operation. Grand military operation. I thought you would say GMO gold or golden military operation. Are you happy? Then it's not really. Trump has a bird's nest on his. Yeah. Don't play this idiot, Trump. Come on, we're just discussing politics. Pumpkin guy just likes money and power. Yeah, indeed. He likes power so much.
Look, when I won, I'd never done it before. I ran, everyone thought I was doing it for fun. Even Steve Witkoff, he said, "You're doing it for fun, right?" No, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing it for. Maybe. But they all said, no, he's going to run. And in September, he's going to have a lot of fun. He'll drop out. And then the debates came, and I did good in the debates. And we're knocking people off, all senators, governors, mostly senators and governors, all professional politicians, smart guys. You can't be stupid and be a senator or a governor. It doesn't work that way. Other than Biden, he got lucky. He was in a room. They locked him in a room.
Again, Biden. Did he say that he done the war in Iran for fun?
Look, when I won, I'd never done it before. I ran. Everyone thought I was doing it for fun.
I ran for the president. Yeah, everyone was thought that I ran for fun. No, I ran for president. Okay. Well, maybe some bad news for Ukraine. We have a party in Denmark that could come to power that does not support Ukraine. Even Orban has congratulated them on the election. Really? Well, in Europe, there are also, those far right or right moods. And it doesn't matter, left or right, actually. Because left and right, they all support Ukraine. It's better to stay in the center somewhere. If you check out rhetorics of speakers of lefties and righties, they all have absolutely same perception of NATO, perception of Ukraine, and their policy is basically devastating for the European Union, and yeah, it's pity that they're getting popular. Those are, politician parties which speculate on, like populist, speculating on the popular positive, negative topics, mostly negative. Last lady of Ukraine is currently in USA. First lady. Last lady. Why did I read last lady? Last lady. Who will be the last lady of the country? First lady of Ukraine in USA. Hopefully she will meet with Melania. Melania, I think she has at least the part of the influence on Donald Trump, at least. World Cup USA, sponsored by ICE and made interesting and with Alex Nagbar every event. Also heard rumors that Iran hacked FBI director account. Yeah, it's not the rumors, that's the real thing. I mean, his account was hacked, but whether it's Iran or not, it's hard to say, really. Kash Patel, email. Yeah, we have this. Iran state-backed Hadallah hack team is claiming to have breached FBI Director Kash Patel personal email, posting an apparent resume and several old photos of Patel. Yeah. Probably he likes cigars. Well, this is a legit thing. Melania has a new robot, yeah. Some new fetish for Melania with robots. Kash Patel. Hi, Evelyn. Hope you're doing great. Populism works for people who are not in politics. Populism works for people who are stupid. Oh, nice car, by the way. He has. Maybe, is it his car? He's in Cuba or what? It says Cuba. Cuban cigars. Send him as an ambassador to Cuba somewhere. And here are more videos. All of them were published on Telegram of this channel. Handala Haq. Yeah, there's nothing like serious in those photos, like some private images, nothing extraordinary, let's say. No Epstein Island things. Just some random stuff of every guy. Kashi leaks, yeah, Kashi leaks. That was a very old car, yeah.
Thank everybody very much, and I'm asked to take a few questions, and unlike other politicians, they would like the questions screened. I don't ask for screening of the questions. You can ask me anything you want. You can talk sex, you can do whatever the hell you want. I'm here for you.
Sex. What if you mix sex and Epstein Island? Can we ask those kind of the questions? You know, sometimes he behaves differently on those kind of the press conferences. I think he is under something, really. Some of the medicine he takes, some of the medicine, and then he's like more energetic, but he says complete bullshit. He was like that during his congressional address. Yeah. If his email has no government stuff, it is boring and irrelevant. If it leaks, yeah, it's like his personal address. It's not the government connected address, sadly. MAGA think he's funny and strong. Yeah, as usual. Trump is a real shitty. Oh, my watches blink. They're sending me the signal. The signal tells that it's midnight. You think Magara will help Ukraine? No, he will not help Ukraine, but he'll be more than Orban. Yeah, more than Orban he'll help. I think he will allow transporting military, and he will open diesel deliveries, something like that. Not deliveries, but they're selling the diesel to Ukraine. So this bullshit, and he will unblock $90 billion support, or euro, 90 billion euro support for Ukraine. That's also great. Bing, yeah. Usually then it sounds I should go to sleep, but I have a broken schedule. Totally 2.0 high. So yeah, Trump is willing to answer the questions about sex. Okay. Strikes hitting Isfahan with more and fire visible across the city. Tehran and Isfahan getting hit simultaneously tonight. Okay. More cringe?
And answers. A really good friend of mine, the president of FIFA, Gianni Infantino, and Johnny is great.
The most corrupt official
when I didn't
in
get
sports.
The Nobel Peace Prize, you got to understand, I don't care. Norway has lost so credible. I stopped 8 wars. I even stopped India and Pakistan. And they were going at it for a week. They had 9 planes already shot down. They were in a war. I stopped them. You know how I stopped them? I said, if you keep fighting, I'm going to put a 250% tariff on each one.
He stopped 8 wars, but started a new one that really destroys the world economy. Come on.
No, no, no, you cannot do that. I said, I'm doing it. All right, we won't fight anymore. That's how I stopped.
Jeez.
I used tariffs to stop. You ever hear of anything like that? It was too much for them to bear. But they were going to be in a war. And the prime minister, actually a great guy, the prime minister of Pakistan said President Trump saved 30 to 50 million people. 2 nuclear countries would have happened. And I figured, if I don't get the Nobel Prize for Peace, nobody will ever get it. I didn't get it.
I'll destroy the world. Nobody will get the Nobel Peace Prize because I'm gonna kaboom everyone. Yeah? Oh, have a red button. Give me a Nobel Peace Prize.
I'm not surprised. I didn't get it. And the person that got it was shocked. She's a wonderful woman, too, by the way. And she said, no, no, no, I don't deserve it. President Trump does. Nobody deserves it. Nobody ever does. I stopped 8 wars, Yasser. Do you know what that is? 8 wars. You didn't stop 8 wars. You started 8 wars, Yasser. I stopped 8 wars. But it was a little early because, in all fairness, it was for the year before, right? It was for 24.
Jeez.
But still, you thought they would have made an exception. But they didn't do that. You watch what happens. But it was sort of amazing.
Watch what happens. I started the war in Iran.
So she was so nice, and she actually came to the White House and she presented me with her award. She's a wonderful woman. But stopping wars I think, is it's the best. I think I do it the best. I stop wars that nobody thought. President Putin called me. He said, I can't believe you stopped this one and this one, which are impossible. Azerbaijan, it was an impossible war to stop. We stopped it. But we also have a man who's probably good at stopping wars. I know he's good at being a tough guy. He is a tough guy. He's been very tough on crime, and he's done a great job. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez is here someplace. He's an answer.
Can he stop Iranian war now? If he's so good at stopping the wars. Oh, jeez. Oh. Every time I watch Trump, I feel like I'm dumb. I'm getting stupid, you know? It's like... thanks for following, Simple Man. Thank you. It's like the part of my brain just disappears. Those neurons, they're like, we don't want to listen to this guy any longer. Like, kaput, suicide mission. Every time I listen to that prick. Yeah. Once again, thanks for following. Iran is playing games with America in the Middle East. Trump is like a dog that has lost his balance and doesn't know what he is talking about. Well, now I would say similar to that statement, yeah. He stopped 8 wars, okay. What is here? Trump just dropped a CNN clip at the Phil Forum and on the room because CNN clip. He posted the CNN clip.
You know, sometimes you look at the polling data and there are numbers that just jump off the screen at you, and this is one of those. Because just take a look here. MAGA GOP view of Trump. Approve 100%, 100%. And if you are a member of MAGA and the GOP, you approve of Donald John Trump. 0% say that they disapprove. You don't have to be a mathematical genius to know you can't go higher than 100%. Here's the 1972 Miami Dolphins.
Good technology, thank you. I figured you'd have good technology.
But something tells me that it's not like that. Something tells me that Even MAGA doesn't approve Donald Trump. There was, when it was, someone said today about impeachment, but I'm trying to find it. Impeachment, okay. There was the fun clip today. It was played, like some of the politicians ask, like, are you waiting for impeachment? Impeachment, Trump. Yeah. Trying to find it, but I'm not able to reach it somewhere. It's somewhere on X, but maybe I should like wrong reaction. It's CPAC forum, yeah. Yeah, I found it.
How many of you would like
Oh, sorry, the sound is too much.
to see, how many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No. That was the wrong answer.
This is so funny. How are you? Yeah, very loud. They are, yeah. How many are you? You're the best Swedish baker.
Let me try it again. How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No.
No! Oh, this is crazy. This is damn crazy.
Can someone bring some coffee out for the...
Oh, it is so funny. Well, with other words, Trump supporters are robots. Yeah. It's like he said like that. You know, let's listen to it once again.
How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No.
So usually people say like that as for something inside excited. Yeah. How many of you want to see the doom? Like how many of you? Richard, thank you. You happy? Be happy you too. Thanks for support of the channel. Greetings to UK. So the way he said that, yeah, the way it's usually cheerful about something, and people they like, oh, this guy is saying something cheerful, and we should support it. Yay! And after he said wrong answers, still there were cheerful yellings. So not 100% MAGA supports that, I guess. Or it was this reaction. He was the only one remembered, so assume it's Gober in the drawing. Yeah. I bet they weren't even listening to what he said, then they cheered. Yeah. Because the way of the question, it's like you expect good answer, cheerful answer for that. This is Iranian ballistic missile. It fell down in the West Bank, was intercepted probably. Yeah, looks interesting. I wouldn't come close to that one. No. It's better to stay aside. Like so many people they're filming, you know, they're filming from the close perspective, some different shit. Like, okay, that's that's the freaking ballistic missile, the part of it. Maybe fuel tank, fuel part. Maybe without the warhead, but who knows? And also this video with American kamikaze drone, which is like the Shahid Lucas, that's the name of the drone, that was intercepted in Iran, and locals were like taking it upstairs, There's the warhead. At least 60 kilograms of TNT. No, let's take this drone. Cameraman never dies. That's the rules. Yeah. Depends. Yeah, every time Donald Trump goes on press conference, it's always cringe. The cringiest thing. We have coalition strikes on Iran. Tehran tonight, Coalition strikes. Again, Trump. Tremendous mistake. Then NATO just wasn't there. Really?
But I think a tremendous mistake was when NATO just wasn't there. They just weren't there. It's going to make a lot of money for the United States because we spend hundreds of billions of dollars a year on NATO, hundreds of protecting them. And we would have always been there for them, but...
So NATO should be like a private army of not just America, but of Donald Trump. Donald Trump's ambitions, I'm sorry. So then the United States is likely to invade Iran anytime. In the coming days, I guess. To those islands, they already have the forces, to perform the landing operation. They will just wait maybe for more forces to arrive, I think. So in the coming days, Gerald Ford has already exited the port of Greece. It was on Crete, and the question where it goes. If it goes to closer to Israel, it means that it will, America needs more than one air carrier for this massive operation. So at least two. George Washington is also going there, one more air carrier. So in the coming week, maybe two, we'll see it. No, Swedish, no. Putin may use war as a leverage, Alexander, German journalist. Yeah. You can talk sex, you can, yeah. You can talk and ask sex. Okay, very big top news. 2 ports 30 minutes ago. 2 ports hit again, Ust-Luga, Primorsk, and this is just the old news. They just pinned the message. The White House and Pentagon are considering sending 10,000 more troops, Russia announces it's banning the export of gasoline. Overwhelming for Orban tonight, Budapest, as he tries to speak at his own campaign rally. Well. Yeah, the situation for Orban, his political career is not that great, despite all of the efforts and endorsements of Donald Trump and Putin. He still continued to lose. Here we have the latest poll. So TISA, it is the opposition party. Now it gains 52%. So it seems like this campaign in March, you see this, the TISA rating even goes up. It went up by around 5% for the last month. Well, since the late of February, let's say. After those endorsements, and Orban's party is going down, 37. What is interesting that AIM-H party, Homeland Movement, this one, those are radical far right, even like more far right than Orban, and that they say that the Western Ukraine should be occupied by Hungary, something like that. So if their rating also drops, you see, the rating also drops here, declines, and the threshold to go to parliament is 5%. So 5%. So if they lose, they'll not be capable to create coalition with Fidesz party if they do not reach 5% limit to get to the parliament. And that's it. Yeah. So it's good news also about this party, who are Nazis. Well, they're definitely Nazis. I don't know what is this party. Dog with red eyes and two tails. It's kind of interesting. Hungarian two-tailed dog party. I would vote for that. Two-tailed dog party. It sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. Ryanair is coming back to Ukraine. Yeah. They're coming back for the last 3 years. So, yeah. Two-tailed dog party. Two-tailed dog party. It's interesting. I need to Google about it. A wonderful weekend, everyone. Bye, friends. Slava Ukraine. Geroyam Slava, thank you so much for supporting the stream. Buba Smith, thank you so much. Dog party. Who are there? Okay. Hungarian two-tailed dog party. What is this? Who did this? It's like, oh shit. Yeah. Political, since 2006. Okay. The Hungarian two-tailed dog party, a satirical political party in Hungary. It was founded in Szeged in 2006, but did not register as an official political party until 2014. Who are the party spent on most of 2013 trying to fish the official registration poll. Okay. And now they're taking part in elections. The party officially took part parliamentary elections, got 1.73% of the total vote, but no seats. Yeah, of course, they need to pass 5%. Because the party participated in the election and became eligible to receive government funds, which is spent to Rosa Sandor state funding public program. The party participated in European Parliament elections, despite an increase to 2.62% of the votes. It did not win a seat. Its campaign promises include building an overpass above the country. Overpass? What is this? Above the country for refugees, opening 6 Nemzeti Dohánybolt stores outside Hungary, introducing mandatory siesta, and banning Eurovision Song Contest. Yeah. I don't know. This is crazy. Hungarian two-tailed dog party. The most craziest name for the party. But they took part in elections, and they will take part in elections. Jeez. Official party. We're living through the Reconquista, as the Spanish word pronounced. Yeah. Why is it bad if Orban puts his country first and wants to help his own citizens instead of doing what Brussels demands? You're a fucking bond. Ryanair is coming back. No, it's not coming. Better than Fidesz, of course. Overpass for migrants is a joke from Fishki Dingo. Overpass from Mexico to Canada. Ah, you need to learn the context, yeah, to understand this trolling or something. Yeah, MAGA is still fine, but Orban supporters have to go things. No, MAGA is also not fine. If someone will say like, oh, Trump, we need to love Trump, I will also ban those people. Extra crispy, baked fresh daily, yeah. Someone tries to tell that Brussels is bad and Orban is good, okay. I don't want to have discussion with those people. I don't want them to watch the stream even. Breaking insane footage captured Iranian cluster munition hit Tel Aviv on Turkish television.
Sirenler yükseliyor. Emine Kavasoğlu söz sende.
Siren sesleri çalmadı. Sirenlerle aynı anda bir hava saldırısı
Cluster munition,
gerçekleşiyor
yeah.
şu anda.
So even if it gets shut down, those clusters, they fall down.
Sirenler önceden çalmadı bu kez. Bakın şu anda sirenlerin sesini duymamızla füze saldırısının gerçekleşmesi arasında belki de saniyeler vardı. Yani bir saniyeden bahsediyorum.
Will it hit something?
Duyulmadan, çünkü ben arkadaşlarıma uyaracağımı söylemiştim. Önce telefondan o arama motorundan.
It was filmed like a couple of hours ago, yeah. It seems like.
Siren sesi çalana kadar bekleyin dedik arkadaşlara. Belki de olmaz dedik. Ama siren sesi çalmadı ve
I will reduce the sound for them. I think it's alright like that. There could be some kaboom, yeah?
gelmişti bugün altyapı tesislerine yönelik düzenlenen saldırılar sonrasında ve o saldırı sonrasında da işte siren sesleriyle
Just say something.
normal şartlarda
Cameraman, come on.
bir süre geçmesi gerekiyor. Arama motoruyla siren sesleri arasında yaklaşık 8 dakika oluyor ama
I think that there will be some of the kaboom, no?
arasında en az 3-4 dakika olması gerekiyordu. Hiç olmadı o. Şunu çok yoğun bir saldırdı. Bakın bir kez daha.
One more. Oh,
Yine küme başlıklı
very beautiful.
saldırı gerçekleşiyor şu an.
Oh, it's flying towards them.
Öyle tahmin ediyoruz ki bir kez daha
Shit.
Hürremşer füzesi olabilir. Çok
Wow.
itibariyle
This is crazy.
hemen üzerimizden geçiyor o füze parçaları. Bakın hala
Wow, it was flying, yeah, towards them.
üzerimizde bir hava saldırısı gerçekleşiyor şu an itibariyle. İran'ın uyarısından birkaç saat sonra o ateşlenen füzeler, küme başlıklı füzeler bir kez daha Tel Aviv semalarında göründü. İki ayrı füze, bakın patlama sesleri de.
Thanks for subscriptions. Wind Wonderful 304. Thank you.
Görüntüleriyle izliyorsunuz. Tel
Thank you.
düzenlenen hava saldırısı.
Oh, it goes down. It will blast, no?
Devam ediyor. Büyük ihtimalle birazdan bir patlama sesi daha duyacağız. Hemen
Ooh. Cameraman.
patlama sesi, evet, karşı
Some of the explosion, yeah.
bir patlama sesi.
Very close, by the way.
Karşımızda dumanlar yükseldi.
Yeah, looks like.
Dakika itibariyle hemen karşımızda bulunan bir noktada o uzun biraz daha yakın olmamasına yönelik
One more.
çalışmalar vardı. Konuyla ilgili soruşturmalar başladı.
So three of the ballistics, right? Or is it an older image?
Girişimiyle karşı karşıya kaldık. Şunu söyleyelim, belki de savaşın başladığı günden bu yana ilk kez cumartesi günü gerçekleşti.
Yeah, but this one, the second one was crazy, yeah? This one.
Çok yoğun bir saldırı saldırıydı. Bakın bir kez daha ikinci kez yine küme başlıklı
This is crazy.
saldırı gerçekleşiyor şu an itibariyle.
Woo. It looks like it's approaching, yeah? Woo. It's kind of risky to stay there and film.
Şu an itibariyle hemen üzerimizden geçiyor o füze parçaları, bakın.
Jeez, yeah. Insane footage captured as Iranian cluster munition hit Tel Aviv live on Turkish television tonight. Early warning system reportedly failed as bombs scattered across the city with millions watching real time. Yeah. Sounds Indian, no, Turkish. I'm pretty positive that there are still many millions of good, honest family people in Iran. Of course. Of course. The rest of the world playing catch up to lessons of drone defense Ukraine has learned. Defense of economic practice. Yeah. Seems like United States, they didn't learn all of the lessons of Ukrainian-Russian war, unfortunately. Especially for defense of their allies in Gulf, and their own military bases. Doesn't look great, judging on the defense they have. Like, we don't have more news coming about that shit. But overall, it's alright, seems like. No big news. Jake Bro said yesterday in his video that he believes that Trump is gonna die somehow in the coming couple of years maximum. Well, my champagne is still here. UAE air defense and fighters are engaging incoming missiles and UAVs threat from Iran. Okay, so Iran bombs Israel and bombs Gulf countries. Big beautiful arbitrary. Well, there is millions of good people in Iran, but being bombed and invaded can bring out worst. Can bring out the worst even in the best person. Yeah, I agree with you. So the thing for United States is not to bomb civilian infrastructure, because Iranians will, of course, don't like it, and they will not support the United States. They will be more supportive towards RGC, unfortunately. They will unite against aggression if aggressor is striking their civilians. And there were already, strikes on the school, on those, how to say, oil fields, Israel hit oil fields. Also today they lost, I guess, iron infrastructure, metal infrastructure. They lost the 70% capabilities to produce metal in Iran. Heard it's Asia, several countries like Vietnam and Philippines have bad fuel shortages. Yeah, they have. And the fuel price for them, oil price, is higher than for the United States and for other countries for the export. Strangely why, but it's like that. A fantastic video from the FPV drone. Some of the Russian buggy. I will not play it fully because you'll see why. They're going somewhere. Drone is fine. Where's the drone? Why did they stop? Why did they stop? Well, I think it's usual thing to stop and get out from the vehicle. One guy made it. He is with the shotgun, yeah? With a shotgun. Trying to aim the drone. Yeah, that's the shotgun. But two of Russians, they stayed in the vehicle for some reason. They needed to run. Like if you have drone, you need to run. By the way, I would like to see the GoPro footage from this helmet camera. If it was recording. Out of nowhere. You saw it? It was a surprise. Really out of nowhere. The drone was flying at a very high speed. Yeah, here I will not show you later on. It's understandable why. It hit the vehicle and there were two Russians. And he took this guy and like the guy was like his legs were completely wrecked. And he was searching for this sort of the tourniquet, yeah. Tourniquet, where's the tourniquet? And finally he found in the same guy. And he was conscious, alive, like, I have tourniquet in my jacket. And he like, I think he was, the drone hit very close to him. Munition was on fire in the vehicle. And not just legs, but also his face, his, one of the arms at least, both of the legs. One was kaputted completely. So yeah. Just 1 second. They were looking for the drone, like where the drone is coming from. 1 second, bam, nothing. And the guy with the shotgun was staying there, like, oh. But somehow they noticed the drone flying before, yeah? Maybe they have this warning system. It searches for the radio signals in the area and later on, yeah, it warns them that the drones are in this area, but yeah, that's the usual thing for Russians. Drone silhouette is hard to find in the sky until very close. Yeah. If they drive, then they drive. They move with some of the speed, and usually drone is chasing, yeah? Usually drone is not, either it goes up front or behind, like two trajectories. So if it is chasing the vehicle, they might see it, yeah. One more video. This one was published by my guard. Some of the Russian soldiers decided to hide under this bridge. Yeah. It was spotted, yeah? And now it's a cat and mouse chase. This is the drone goes back. Oh, drop the gear. You don't need it now. It will reduce mobility. Still there. Yeah, yeah, you see, he I think was even stopped partially by this overhead obstacle, yeah? Because he hit it with a backpack. And why was he staying? He should have moved more faster here. Oopsie boopsie. Too slow. They sent two of the drones to this guy. Yeah, he leaked like totally from what I see. Again, legs were hit and he leaked out. That's it. Legs gone. Yeah. Sometimes those kind of the videos we have, again, from Magyar. Yoblik Dня, so the busted soldier of the day. Every day we have those videos. You see, this is the radio signal. You have this interference. Yeah, especially the very low altitude. And one more biker appears from nowhere, yeah. He decided to cover his friend. Hit me, not him. Or what? He was faster and what? Yeah. That's crazy. Survival time at front is maximum 1 day. That's what Russians started to say, you know? That's what Russians started to say. Can you imagine what the donkeys and horses think? Then the Russians follow them. Then explodes. Yeah. Drone silhouette is hard to find the sky until the very close. Silhouette, yeah. Sergey, yeah. That'll hurt, yeah. Time to read the comments, Dennis. Yeah, I'm reading sometimes. They use rubber propellers now to reduce the sound, so less likely to hurt. Yeah, I also heard that they use rubber propellers. And it's better to use the large radius propellers in this case. But they could be less performant. You may have less performance. After all, it's also important, yeah. Can you follow? You have the YouTube channel, okay? Jorge likes meat sometimes. Really? Horses like meat? Do you think Putin will do general mobilization in April when they close Telegram completely? The red shells. I think that Russia eventually will make this massive mobilization. It's just a matter of time, but I don't know when. I cannot be misleading towards you. I cannot be this Baba Vanga. I'm not the one. So logically, they should do it because they have severe losses. Logically, yeah. They cannot compensate their losses now in Ukraine. Yeah, so many yobliks of the day, so the occasional Russian soldiers who are being followed by drones, lots of them. Meat like horses sometimes. I don't think horses can digest meat. Yeah, I also think they cannot. Like pigs, they can eat everything. The only people that fight for peace are the ones who fight for the people, whether the leader right or wrong, Jesus is the king. Okay. What can a single soldier do out of the open? No idea in having these untrained soldiers. Well, yeah, there is nothing you can do against the drone, I guess. Okay, I know Russian, I will translate it. I am boiling. Do you know then someone wants something, people say, your lip will crack. Well, my lip already cracked. And I want just for our internet to be stable. And Telegram, so she wants Telegram and the internet.
Без рабочего телеграмма, потому что это сейчас является основным мессенджером у всех россиян, невозможно нормально работать. Второй момент. Для меня...
Yeah, without Telegram, she says, because it's the main messenger for all of the Russians, it's impossible to work. Yes, I can read lips. Yeah.
Он основной этот момент. Есть жители приграничья. Например, я живу в городе Белгород.
I live in Belgrade city. I live near the border.
И у нас периодически случаются ракетные
And we have rocket sirens sometimes. Yeah, some kabooms happening.
опасности. У белгородцев есть группа, которая называется «Предупреждение РО». Это наши ребята.
Yeah, we have our group, предупреждение RO, so it's the warning about aerial attacks, and they have it in Telegram.
ПВОшники, которые примерно секунд за 40-30 предупреждают нас о том, что на нас летит.
So she says that there is the Russian air defense soldiers who post like 40-30 seconds just before the impact that something is really flying towards Belgrade. Because it's very close, yeah, to Ukraine, it's understandable. So the information goes to Telegram, they see and they hide, yeah?
Прямо пишется, летит много. Если пишут в укрытие, то значит...
So, rocket danger, many, go shelter, go shelter, go shelter! Like it's in 1 minute, yeah? Here we see, on 26th of February.
Сейчас будет точно пиздарез. Когда у нас забирают Телеграм, нас лишают этих драгоценных.
So then they take the Telegram, we are out of those precious seconds to save our lives, yeah? That's what she will say.
30-40 секунд,
Yeah.
чтобы мы спаслись.
So we cannot save.
Верните Телеграм, пожалуйста.
Return it, please. Yeah, shit happens. They don't care about your safety. They care about themselves. I mean, Russian elite, yeah, they don't care about their safety. They care for Telegram not to spread disinformation, according to Putin. Botox lips are popular. Yeah, they are popular not in Russia. They're popular also in Ukraine and in all of the Eastern countries, Eastern European countries, I think. For sure they're popular. It's like the cult there. To look smuxing, yeah. For the girls, sometimes for men. Oh, for men it's less, way less, but for girls, yeah. They all want to look Barbies with big lips, with everything. Maybe a tennis racket can be used against the drones? No. It cannot. I'm glad you don't have Botox lips, Denys. How do you know? Maybe I have. There's a good small YouTube channel doing awesome just for fun. I'd really appreciate if you support. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Boom. I don't need it thing. Oh, if you truly love something, you will give your I'm surprised I never see anyone pop smoke then the drone is nearby. Yeah, it doesn't happen. It would be your last game of tennis, yeah. Drone tennis. Could be interesting game for Russians. Where's Hawk? Relaxing. Hawk is on vacation, yeah. So many drones, there would be smoke all over but there is already maybe smoke. Will be smoke all over. Yeah, indeed. Like every time they go somewhere, they should go with the smoke. CBS confirms that all 10 Americans wounded at Prince Sultan airbase suffered serious injuries. With 2 classified as very serious. Iran missiles and drones hit the base again. More than 300 troops now wounded in 4 weeks. 13 killed. Source CBS News. One more attack on American base. And it's the same one where United States lost air tankers, yeah? KC-135. Yeah, see you, Swedish Holbecker. Thank you. What does the bookies say about Trump's war? Bookies? Will he declare victory soon? I don't know. I think that could be the best variant, but it doesn't mean that Iran would stop its attacks if America goes back. Sirens in Bahrain. Strange. What is happening with inbound flights are holding or diverting after Potomac Dracon evacuated due to an environmental trigger. This area airports are grounded. Stop and departures from those airports also being held. Last departure was 6:40 local time from EID. Kind of strange. What is happening there? Environmental trigger? What is environmental trigger? Can someone explain? Isn't this the second time this month that happened in Potomac Dracon? Environment must be raining explosive drones. Infrastructure is literally falling apart. Second time in the last couple of weeks, Americans' wonderful infrastructure, nuclear. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, it's the second time. What's the fuck is the environment? I don't know. Birds. Fuel spillage. Environmental trigger. They do not specify. What the fuck is... I don't know. Trump has to clean up his mess now that NATO said no, otherwise Gulf states will stay pissed at the United States forever. Yeah. Some probably malfunction or being fucked with. Maybe. Exploding pigeons. Yeah, Betsy, me too. Potomac Dracon is the key radar facility handling this sea airspace that has been evacuated to ATC 0. According to FAA alerts, the FAA is now implementing ground stops for flights to Reagan National Dulles, BWI, Charlottesville, and Richmond airports. Some of the radar. Yeah, is the key radar facility handling the sea airspace. Has been evacuated to ATC 0, according to FAA alerts. What the fuck does it mean? Donald Trump said we wouldn't have the country if we hadn't been elected. Yeah. Maybe some people post that shit. Yeah, maybe this is the environmental factor. Evacuate to ground zero. This is twice that Tricon has failed. What's going on? I thought Sec Davydov wanted to fix this stuff. Yeah. Grok, what could this mean? This is the major air traffic disruption. Potomac Tarkon is the radar facility control in DC area airspace has been evacuated for unknown emergency, triggering ATC 0. Zero control service from there. FAA ground stops means no departures to DC, EAD, BWI, CHO, or AIC until it's lifted. Incoming flights may divert or hold. Expect widespread delays, cancellations tonight. Similar to the March 13th chemical outdoor incident. Overheated equipment, quick resolution, no injuries. Monitor FAA alerts for your airline for updates. Huge delays are expected. What do you think of the United States sending troops to Iran? It's gonna be a very bad decision if they finally send them. It's gonna be a mess. Let's call it a mess. That's worth a fortune for helium. Helium is the short supply. Helium is used to develop chips, computer chips. Yeah, like not just computer chips, but all the chips. Not chips like you eat, but chips. You understand? Yeah, nano semiconductors. So they are being produced in a helium environment. They need helium, and helium is being mostly taken out from Qatar, and now it's zero supplies from there. So we'll expect shortages in oil, so fuel, shortages in chips, shortages in gas, shortages in food, because fertilizers, they use natural gas to develop fertilizers. You need natural gas to produce them. And the biggest countries, gas producers, they are Qatar, Iran, and Russia. Yeah, so only Russia may supply the gas actually for now, without any disturbances. Yeah, more or less. Well, Ukraine may disturb those. So yeah, food, chips, benzene, diesel, like everything will be touched, absolutely, if that continues for long. Sending troops makes sense if the goal is to fulfill the prophecy of losing in the battle of God with Magod. What? I don't know. X and F and X and F. I don't know, like, this is just a stupid decision, that's it. I don't know what prophecy, but this is stupid. Iran University of Science and Technology in Tehran was destroyed in an airstrike. You mentioned a drone simulator game a while ago. I think you say that the drone operators in Ukraine used to help with their training. Did you get the simulator game? Yeah, I played on one of my streams, 2 of the streams, or 3. I played this game. By the way, that stream was, I think, one of the most successful on my channel. With the drone simulator game, Ukrainian one. It was really nice. Really was a great stream. I will show you maybe even. Yeah, so many streams I have. Well, I wish I would stream. Yeah, testing the Ukrainian drone simulator. That's the stream. View on YouTube. Yeah, I have an advertisement on this channel, so sorry. Again, one more advertisement. Well, on my other account, I have YouTube Premium, not on this one. So this is the game. It was nice. Yeah, back then I was. Now I fly way better. Now I fly way better. It's a nice game. Cool, really cool. Is the simulator commercially available? Yeah, on Steam. You may check out Ukrainian Flight Simulator, or I may share the link with you. Ukrainian drone. Ukrainian drone flight simulator. Maybe they have more updates. It was kind of wet by the time I played it. So there's the link to the Steam. I hope they updated it. I need to play it once again to check out. Major update in development. They said on 19th of February. So maybe I'm gonna play it once again after this update. We have some of the news. Sadly, they got rid of a bunch of the features from the beta test for the full release. I think they're holding those back for the military customers. The game started as the simulator to train Ukrainian drone pilots. Well, I'm not sure. Well, it's fun. It's fine. But it's not like 100% realistic. But the idea of how to fly the drones, you may get it. Yeah. I really enjoy low latency of the controls. And also to fly it, you need a real controller, drone controller. Like I have Tango 2 controller from TBS. Why you get Swiss German out? Have a VPN connection? No, I'm in Switzerland. I don't have VPN now working. We are planning on going. Yeah. Platform. Okay, I will follow you, Ben. In the beta test, they modeled advanced radio interference and stuff. Well, there was the radio interference actually. There was the interference. Radio interference, yeah. And you have a separate mission with heavy radio interference. There is the interference, yeah. Especially when you fly close to the ground. I wish The Witcher would do a game based on The Witcher of Grand Kiev. Would be Cyberpunk plus Witcher. Witcher 4, I think, is going to be released. I don't know what year, maybe this one even. It was announced the last year. Or no. It was announced in 2024. Yeah, I live in Switzerland, Mouse. You may check out on my Wikipedia article. Well, some of the stuff in the Wikipedia article is bullshit about me, but yeah, about my location, they specify it, yeah. Reuters, Washington, March 27, Reuters, Iran linked hackers have broken. Yeah, we discussed that shit. Yeah. And it was, I think, his personal email, not the government connected. Timone, no. Do they just call Swiss cheese in Switzerland? No, just the cheese. Käse. Käse and different type of the käse. Yeah. But you need to be really, like if you don't like how some of the cheese smells, you need to be really careful because it might look like a regular cheese, but it might stink. And sometimes I got occasions, okay, oh, this cheese looks good. And then I bring in and open. It was, oh, what a smell. But it looks like a regular cheese, you know. I don't like the smelly käse. It's not for me. What do they call quarter pounded with cheese? Quarter pounder with cheese, I don't know. Tell the Belgian one, guys. Yeah. And you know, guys, even here, like some people, Switzerland is like a rich country. I don't see it. I think even in Germany, people live, like average people, they live maybe better. Especially those who are elderly people. Here, pensions are lower than for Germans, but the prices are higher. And, you know, there are so many occasions that I'm just, you know, purchasing my groceries in the store, and there is some lady or grandpa next to me, you know, at the cashier counter. And I don't usually take all of those stickers, you know, you need to collect the stickers and you'll have discount for some of the products. And I usually say, no, I don't need those stickers. And there were so many occasions then those people there, oh, can I have your stickers? You know, can I have? And they usually purchase, like if I purchase for my family, like I go there twice a week and I purchase the whole carriage, yeah, of all of the stuff. They purchase like 1, 2, 3, 5 goods and that's it. And I see that they're freaking poor. Coupons, yeah. Of course, there are millionaires and even billionaires here. But I see that multiple, especially in a village, it's like, yeah, it was opening for me. It's like an average country, I would say, in Switzerland now. With expensive prices. Double big, tasty, big and Western barbecue, yeah. Swiss are not too slow as we used to say it, at least French speaking ones. Well, in French cantons, there is the problem for locals that French people are coming for the job, like every day. They're coming. At the bordering towns, they're coming and they work. And then they're returning back to France. And local businesses, they're more interested in taking French because they require less salary. This is crazy. Yes, I see now on can that Trump say Cuba is next? Yeah. Cuba is next, he said, yeah. I'm very worried about China going for Taiwan now. EU and the United States distracted. No better time for them to try. You know, to commence this war action, they need to have stable oil supplies, which are now impossible. Yeah. Well, maybe just Russia is possible for them. If they think that it would be enough to obtain just from Russia, those supplies, they might go there, yeah. The other factors, people say that, and I also said in my videos, that they recently changed their military command, even arrested some of the top commanders. So I'm not sure if they're ready with the new command to perform this biggest mission. Not just for China, biggest operation, but for humanity in the world. Just imagine this landing operation. It will be the biggest military operation in the world throughout the human history. China don't have enough landing ships, people say. Very low paid job in Luxembourg are French too. Mars, I see. I like France. I like the southern part of France. Well, Normandy is alright, but it's windy and kind of cold. The south France is, it's nice. It's so nice. China has Taiwan. The question is if they'd do something like cut off supplies to the United States. Millionaires are everywhere. Yeah. In Netherlands, they're crazy with taxes. They're crazy with everything. Denys USA has started selling ships to China, so China may not need to invade Taiwan for that. Maybe. I think China's attempt to invade Taiwan is more ideological thing. If it will be, this attempt. People in rich countries don't like to do low-wage jobs usually. Yeah, that's also true. That's why there are immigrants who are doing this job. At first immigrants are coming for the low-paid jobs, but if they form their, let's say, unities, they might hire just their kind. As it is happening in Switzerland as well with Albanians. There is the large group of Albanians, really large. And they are more united than Ukrainians from what I see. Yeah. My daughter goes to school and they have lots of the Albanians in her class, like most of them are Albanians. Like half of the class for sure, Albanians. And it's just a local Swiss school. And Swiss people there are maybe 20%, something like that. So it tells a lot about the future of local nation. They're going to be minority. And it's like, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good. It is like that. And you cannot change it because Albanians and others, they give usually, not Ukrainians. Ukrainians is like locals. We don't breed like other nations who are coming, like from Syria, from Albania also. But they have this, not the cool, but this idea to have many kids, kids. And of course they will take the country. I mean, they will be majority after 50 years, maybe 50 years. Locals will not have that kind of the influence in Europe, in general, in Europe. And this war in Iran, just imagine if it continues for a long time and Donald Trump would start to bomb civilian infrastructure, how many of the refugees would go? And also, as I told you, propane is used to produce fertilizers, and those are needed for the countries of Africa, countries of Asia, where people live in poverty already. But if they will get to the hunger, to the famine, because of the military action, they would again try to leave, immigrate to Europe, where still, like, there should not be this agricultural or food crisis as in those countries. So all of the situation could be very bad for European immigration, let's say. Could deteriorate the situation, and those populist parties, far right, like Orban, I'm not saying that Orban is going to win next elections, no, but parties like Orban, they're getting more popular. AfD, also in Germany, populist parties, they speculate on this rhetorics and they're winning, yeah, and they are affiliated to Russia, so it's not a good scenario in general. So in a way, this war could be profitable for Russia. It is already profitable, but if it continues for long, it is very profitable. I think China profits, after all, from everything of that, because they have supplies of energy from Russia. Not enough, yes, it's understandable, but still they have supplies from Russia, so they will not get into the crisis. And they just witness how United States is stuck in Iran, how the world economy is being transformed, and they also have their influence on Iran. Iran is saying that they're going to purchase everything for you. They're going to let ships that purchase the goods with yuan to leave the Persian Gulf via the Strait of Hormuz. So they will cooperate with China. Yeah, China ships or ships who cooperate with China. Yeah, so that's the damage to the world order. One more, started by Donald Trump. Profitable for Russians, oligarchs, not for average Russians. Yeah, you see, Russian oligarchs are also connected to Putin's regime, and Putin said to them, you need now to pay for the war. There was the meeting, yesterday there was the meeting, yeah, where Putin said that, come on, you need to share your income with us for us to continue the war. Massive attack on Odessa, several hits a residential building. Oh shit. This is Odessa.
Ёбаные петухи, блядь. Ёбаные петушары, сука.
Some house was hit, yeah. Between the multi-story buildings. My barber is Syrian and he came illegal via Moscow, Belarus, Poland. Ah, I see. Yeah. They have this, like Russia, they have this program, yeah? That's their goal for those parties to get victory. That's why they send those illegal immigrants to Europe, bypassing, yeah, leading them to create this instability. And for locals to vote for those crazy parties. Yeah. Because via far right or far left, Russia may provide its own influence in Europe. That's the main goal for Russia, to have the influence. Explosions report in Dubai. Okay. Shit happens. Reports of the major Iranian ballistic missile attack targeting Gulf countries tonight, with explosions reported in UAE and Bahrain. Iranian ballistic missile makes way through the interceptors and hit the ground in Bahrain and UAE. Profitable for Russian oligarchs. Ah, yeah, I read that one. Dubai is royal screwed. Yeah, I think Dubai is... They are in a deep shit, in a deep problem. Yeah, by the way, I think immigration is good. Well, it's my take. You may hate me, you may like me for that. I don't care. I think illegal immigration is bad, yes, but there should be ways for legal immigration. I think in a way, with the legal immigration, countries are profiting. Like, not in a way, I'm sure that they're profiting. And again, you may hate me or like me. I don't care. I say what I have in my mind. It's nice. Then you can say what you want to say. It's before I was, oh, I shouldn't say like that. I shouldn't say like this. I think I need to be honest with my audience about every sort of the topic, about Taco, Donald Trump as well. I was so silly the last year, or the previous year, the end of 2024. And I was, I don't know about Donald Trump. I should have said what I thought about that guy. Right away. Yeah, Preston Stewart says...
Update here, and unfortunately we have to start out with some bad news that just came in a few moments ago, that 10 more American service members have been wounded in Iranian drone and missile attacks, this one in Saudi Arabia earlier today. The Wall Street Journal reported, quote, 10 American service members were wounded in an Iranian attack at the Prince Sultan airbase in Saudi Arabia on Friday, according to multiple U.S. and Arab officials. I
wonder if this strike is connected to the loss of the air tankers KC-135. I wonder if it was caused by that as well.
Adding that 2 of the service members are considered seriously wounded. They added that they were inside of a building on the base that was struck in the attack, noting that the attack damaged multiple U.S. refueling aircraft, and at least one missile struck the base, as well as several unmanned aerial vehicles. So just to kind of dive into that, we're talking about multiple Iranian munitions getting through U.S. and possibly Saudi air defenses to strike home on a sensitive target.
And that base is really far away from Iranian territory. So I think if they land the forces on those islands very close to Iran, on Iranian soil, very close to the mainland of Iran, I think they could be hit even worse, American soldiers, So it's very risky to start this landing operation. And how many of the aircraft the United States has lost since the start of this operation? Let's calculate. Okay, 5, it was reported that 5 KC-135 were damaged even before today's case. 1 was damaged and 1 lost, so 2 lost. They are not operational. In mid-air collision accident. 1 F-35 damaged, not flying confirmed. 3 F-15s that were damaged, shut down by FA-18 of Kuwait. Lots of the MQ Reapers, if we count them too, like aero targets. Some of the helicopter in Iraqi base that was hit by FPV drone. So already many, and plus today's attack on KC-135. I think they lost, if we speak about air refueling airplanes, I think already more than for Iraqi war. In Iraqi war, they haven't lost KC-135 or any refueling airplanes. Just some of the accidents might happened occasional. But here, accident that happened, collision, and Iran already caused the losses. Jeez. Thank you, Frank. It's very hard to live here in Czech if one of it's the country illegally. Yeah. I also don't understand how to live here, for example. If you're a legal guy, it's impossible to hide. It's impossible. It was... My wife, she reads some of the memoirs of the, some of the author who wrote novels about the First World War and so on. So it was not possible in Switzerland to live illegally back then. Now I don't know how to live illegally here. You, like all of the neighbors, they know where you are. And they will tell and they will, it's impossible. Maybe in a deep forest somewhere, but here... The country is small, and even in the forest, you'll not be alone.
Not only do we have our personnel there in harm's way, no doubt. But we've got some satellite imagery coming out that appears to show that a number, 2, 3, 4, maybe KC-135 refueling aircraft were damaged, if not destroyed. Now, this isn't perfect. This is Chinese satellite imagery. But looking at some, what I would say, reliable open source intelligence accounts, they do seem to confirm that there were fires burning inside the perimeter of the Prince Sultan.
Yeah, and the problem with those jets that even a tiny little shrapnel may fly, penetrate the aircraft skin, and hit very sensitive and crucial system in aircraft control. Some of the, like, it's not a tank, right? So one hit of FPV or one hit of small shell or shrapnel could be enough to disable the entire airplane, and the heavy maintenance should be required.
An airbase earlier today, and this is maddening. I'm going to crash out over some of this stuff. It is so frustrating to see things that we have had an eye on for 4+ years in Ukraine and that we just aren't paying attention to, and it's costing us equipment, maybe lives of our personnel. What are we doing parking aircraft open on the tarmac inside of the enemy drone and missile range? What are we doing here?
Well, there is no other way, I guess, for United States to continue to perform their attacks. Maybe air carriers, yeah? Or they should park refueling airplanes in Europe, yeah? Those bad countries in Europe with whom United States should continue to cooperate. This bad NATO, yeah? So maybe those air tankers should be placed somewhere there, fly, refuel fighter jets which take off from the air carriers. Maybe that is how it is possible.
Like we have made, on this channel, have made fun of the Russians that don't learn that lesson and lose aircraft after aircraft after aircraft, and their own channels just complain and moan about how they can't find overhead cover. They can't even put a net up. Look at what we're doing. Are you kidding me? 4 years we didn't learn
He's like, yeah, he's melting down. He's like crushing out, as he says. Yeah, I understand him.
Single lesson? Those aircraft cannot be parked out there in the open like that. They are so incredibly vulnerable. And it's equipment, and hopefully in this case, the only thing that was lost was equipment, and hopefully the service members that were wounded all make a recovery. But like, we had the opportunity to watch this playing out. There's no guesswork involved here. We're 4 weeks into this conflict. Iran continues to sling drone and missiles at American bases throughout the region every single day, and we are still parking aircraft out in the open, able to be hit with a cheap $20,000 drone. I don't know what hit that aircraft right there. Clearly something.
I think it was a drone after all. I think it was a drone. I think ballistic missile should have been intercepted with Patriot. And for the drone, Patriot is silly because they fly very low. They're out of the range of the Patriot antenna.
Detonated, and it doesn't take a ballistic missile to destroy or significantly damage and take out of operation for weeks, months, maybe years, a U.S. aircraft. What are we doing? This is ridiculous. The lessons are right there for us to learn. We have to take them.
I think if there was the fuck up just with that, and they didn't learn the lesson, imagine the fuck up in case of the landing operation. So, yeah, hopefully, if they start it, hopefully it goes well, that there will be no losses, nothing, but I don't believe that. I believe that with the United States Army, United States administration and command, with the current command, I don't expect brilliant operation. I expect some of the fuck up, really. I think that they're not competent any longer. I think they will fail with that. Or at least there will be like losses in Russia. Like Russia may also say that they're winning, they're taking the ground, yeah, sometimes. But for what cost? So, yeah, I agree here with Preston.
I hope, and I'm getting more and more nervous the longer this conflict goes on and the more footage that we're seeing of aircraft parked out on the tarmac. No excuse. Hey, hardened structures are hard to build. Got it. Not all of our aircraft will fit inside of them. Fine. Something temporary even helps. So, I mean, if nothing else, make it to where they can't see the aircraft parked on the tarmac when they get ready to launch that munition. They could be using satellite imagery that's 24, 48 hours old and know exactly where they need to program that Shahed drone to impact. No excuse. Put up camo nets. Put up anything. Try to obscure.
Winter or summer tires. Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry for the humor here, but... yeah, just recalled how Russians protect their airplanes.
Sure, the aircraft we have on that tarmac, even just a little bit. These are sitting ducks. And on top of this, just a couple days ago, we saw FPV drones flying through the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad, through Camp Liberty, just hitting whatever they wanted. On top of this, Hezbollah yesterday just released their first footage of an FPV drone striking an Israeli tank. Now, it's not clear how much damage that did, and the pilots no doubt are still learning. They're a little bit wobbly in a lot of ways. Come on. We know our adversaries have these capabilities. It is.
Yeah, I also mentioned that they're like wobbly, but they hit exactly the most vulnerable spot. They hit like those newcomers. Clearly, they're not that advanced in flying the drone. It's visible, like it's juggling, but they hit like here. It's the most vulnerable spot for every freaking tank. This cut, yeah, between the turret,
ridiculous,
between the turret and the base, yeah. So for sure, something went wrong with the tank.
That we were watching them successfully carry out some of these attacks when we knew that this is exactly what they would be trying to do. Now, to that end, Iran still has a significant number of drones and missiles remaining. You know, pick a number, however many you think they need to continue to carry out some sort of terror attacks across the region. It's not a lot. But according to some new reports in Reuters, they say the United States can only determine with certainty that it has destroyed about a third of Iran's vast missile arsenal.
Yeah, just 1/3. Like they may confirm that they destroyed 1/3 of the arsenal of Iran. So then Donald Trump says about obliterated. It's all obliterated. It's all not obliterated. 1/3 they lost, according to those strikes, confirmations, and everything of that.
As the U.S.-Israeli war in the country nears its 1-month mark, they say the status of around another third is less clear, but bombings likely damaged, destroyed, or buried those missiles in underground tunnels and bunkers. One source says part of the problem is determining how many Iranian missiles were stockpiled in underground bunkers before the war started. I'm nervous with the assessments that we make of enemy munitions. We've never been very good at that, or at least in recent years, right? Russia, we've talked about this recently, but I think it was a month into the conflict, the Russian invasion into Ukraine, and reliable outlets were saying Russia is on the verge of running out of their missiles. Last night, Russia fired more missiles into Ukraine, 4 years in. Now, it's a little bit apples to oranges because Russia is very much still producing those weapon systems. But one of the challenges in Iran is they have these underground facilities. We don't know exactly how many they produced. We don't know exactly where all of those missiles are. And in some of the cases, it looks like we've been trying to cave in some of the entrances to these underground facilities. Look, yes, that helps. That moves us in the right direction. We should not and cannot assume that Iran has a deep underground bunker that they have been preparing for. They built that to go to war with the United States and Israel, all right? There's not like some other entity that they're waiting to go to war. So they are watching what we are capable of doing and trying to defend against that. So these underground facilities, do you think that they have one entrance or two entrances or maybe multiple ingress and egress routes just in the event that one bomb closes an entrance, right? So we can do that, but we don't know how many of those are closed off. We don't know how many missiles still remain underground.
Yeah, maybe those storages, stockpiles, they've been cut, been buried. The entrances been hit. It may disable them for some time, but not for infinite. You know how Trump is lying? His mouse is moving. Yeah, he is spitting some of the shit. Iran was ready. I'm not sure whether it was ready or not, but so far it's controlling the Strait of Hormuz, and the regime is there. So we're not saying about the victory for the United States and Israel for now, because Donny tore up Obama's Iran deal. No one knows what the fuck Iran have accumulated. Yeah, thank you, Ben, for reminding. Has that video guy ever checked the actual trapped to what? Where base soldiers stay now? Hotels? Yeah, in hotels. In hotels, really.
Now, the strikes are continuing in both directions, and I'm trying to highlight the Iranian attacks they're getting through, because that is costing us equipment. It's costing us the lives and the well-being of our service members that are downrange. I think that is critically important to highlight. We aren't getting a ton of information about U.S. and Israeli strike. Well, aren't getting a ton of information about U.S. strikes in country. Israel actually continues to share a significant amount. Earlier today, Israel announced that, or through a couple different releases, the Times of Israel, I should say, said the Israeli Air Force bombed 2 of Iran's largest steel factories, according to Iranian media and Israeli security.
Yeah, it seems like they lost the 70% of the steel plant capacity, yeah, something like that.
Security sources, as well as 2 facilities linked to Iran's nuclear program in moves that sparked vows of retaliation from Tehran. They say the strikes on the plants, which an Israeli security source briefing reporters said were partially owned by the IRGC, were expected to cause billions of dollars in damage to the Iranian economy, as well as paralyze Iran's steel industry. This is some of the kind of long-term damage to Iran that the United States generally has not been pursuing, but we have seen Israel go after a number of facilities like this, energy facilities, oil and gas facilities. As they get to in this article, they say, Donald Trump has indicated earlier in the week that energy sites would not be hit for the time being, as Washington has sought to avoid turning Iran into a failed state. And this is the Times of Israel reporting. Keep that in mind. They say, while Jerusalem has indicated such a result is still preferable to the current regime's continued rule. And of course, we've had no.
So idea for Israel is to destroy Iran, like physically. You see, that's what they say in their media. Like, they fulfill this target. Like, for them, if there is no regime change, okay, we're gonna destroy Iran's everything. Power plants, steel processing plants, everything. For the regime, so for Iran not to function as the country.
In recent days from senior Israeli officials that they are really going to push the pedal to the metal in the coming days, because they believe that there is a possibility the United States might broker a ceasefire with Iran. I don't think that's in the cards. There's all sorts of conflicting statements coming out, but there is zero indication right now that we are actually close to some sort of ceasefire. The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. The United States and Israel are still hitting targets with regularity inside of Iran. And of course, today, Iran is striking U.S. bases, causing U.S. casualties. To this end, the Iranian foreign minister, in response to those steel facilities being hit, said, quote, Israel has hit 2 of Iran's largest steel factories, a power plant, and civilian nuclear sites, among other infrastructure. Israel claims it acted in coordination with the United States. The attack contradicts President Trump's extended deadline for diplomacy. Iran will exact a heavy price for these Israeli crimes. I don't have a lot of confidence that the talks are even happening. I have a feeling that people might be talking right past one another, a lot of the demands being laid out. So what the United States has laid out, well, I would like to see that accomplished. And if we could push a button and we're there, sign me up. There's no indication that Iran is ready to sign on to that right now. Rather, maximalist demands is probably a good way to put it. Iran, too, has issued what I would argue are maximalist demands. Not just that the United States repays for any damage caused during this war, but one of them is that the United States leaves the region entirely, hands over all of their bases to the countries that they're currently operating in. I don't think that's probably in the cards anytime soon. Now, President Trump or some of his advisors might want to do that, But if we right now, this week, even this month, all of a sudden started withdrawing all of our forces from the Middle East, it would be very hard to call that anything other than a defeat at the hands of the Iranians. So no doubt, for at least the near term, withdrawing from bases in the Middle East probably isn't in the cards.
I think it will never happen. With the bases, United States establishes, first of all, its control, so-called protection, yeah. And those Arab countries, they trade their oil with the United States dollars. It is because they are American bases, yeah. If you withdraw the bases, you give them more, let's say, independence to those countries, and they will, if it is more profitable for them, they would start to trade with yuan or everything else. And that is very bad for United States economy. So never ever United States would withdraw their bases. They would mobilize million troops, but they will to fight Iran, but they will keep their bases. It's understandable from this economical perspective. Without the bases, dollar will drop significantly.
So what we're seeing in these negotiations are two hard lines being drawn in each side, very little wiggle room in the middle. One of the things that is still kind of up the sleeve and we're waiting to see, it's a wild card in a sense, are the Houthis. And news was going around today that the Houthis were about to make an announcement. In fact, their military spokesperson, Yahya Saree, haven't heard from him in a while. The last time he spoke up was, I think, in December. The last time he gave a press conference, and it was during a missile attack they carried out, or they tried to carry out, into Israel. They all of a sudden said, we've got an announcement coming, big announcement by the Yemeni Houthis. And the reason this is significant, pull a map up here real quick, is the Houthis have the ability, talk about a wild card here, we've got the Persian Gulf up here to the north, the Strait of Hormuz is what Iran has effectively shut down right now. If we zoom out just a little bit, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait is down here off the coast of Yemen. So this is the area where the Houthis were able to exact their influence in the last couple of years. Look how narrow this strip is right here. So trying to move from the Red Sea into the Gulf of Aden, very, very narrow. This is all, most of this is Houthi controlled along the coastline, or at least inland just a little ways, certainly Sana'a. So they were able to strike a couple commercial vessels, go after U.S. military vessels for a while, a lot of back and forth in this region. They haven't.
And XNF, yeah, bases are protecting Gulf countries from the attacks due to the bases. Yeah, that's the paradox. That's why I say that they are mostly out there to control, for control, not for protection. Up your CI mod. What? Thanks, Dave, for your kind support.
Enter the fight. They haven't fired any missiles at Saudi Arabia. They haven't fired any drones or missiles at Israel, and they have not tried to impede commercial shipping through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. That is the thing that a lot of people are waiting for, because if that happens, you've got not only the Strait of Hormuz and the Persian Gulf shut down, but now this secondary route is shut down. Saudi Arabia is still able to export a bit. They have pipelines running west, and they are able to move still a little bit of oil out through the Red Sea. If this shuts down, you're talking about, I mean, by and large, this entire Middle East region effectively shut off from commercial shipping. It's going to take a while. Again, you're talking about folks having to go all the way around Africa to try to reach some of these areas. All right. The Houthis are a major wild card in this scenario. They haven't done anything yet. Just a few hours ago, they released a statement. People were on pins and needles thinking this might be it. But no, they kind of just said, we maybe will join if we decide to join. They laid out a couple terms here.
I really like Preston Stewart, how he speaks in his videos. He is mimics, he has charisma, yeah? He has this charisma. Nice guy, really nice guy. Come on, Denys, you know English? Yeah, I know English, but not as well as native speakers. And he's charismatic guy. He's really nice. And he speaks very fast. I like it. I don't have any sort of the intention to speed him up, as I do with the Jake Bro, by the way. Increasing the speed of play. Well, I like how he presents this information, how he drops everything down to my level of understanding with comparisons, with everything. And yeah, this logical structure of his videos is nice. I would like to have the same.
They said our fingers are on the trigger for direct military intervention if any of the following situations play out. The joining of a coalition to the United States and Israel against Iran. So if another country joins in the U.S. and Israeli attacks against Iran, in that case, the Houthis would intervene. Notable because we have seen some reports in recent days that maybe the UAE, maybe some Gulf countries are going to participate in helping to open the Strait of Hormuz. This Houthi claims, or this Houthi threat seems to be addressing that. The second is the use of the Red Sea to carry out any
For 1 liter of fuel. Thank you, Mouse. Thank you, Mouse the German. Thank you. Well, by the way, just imagine tank mouse, and 1 liter of fuel. How many millimeters will it go for burning 1 liter of fuel? No, I think it will move by several meters. I think so. With 1 liter, it would go. Maybe 5 meters. Thanks for the liter. Thank you. It's no, there is the platform Buy Me a Coffee. I also have that one, and some people support me there. But I think we should start a new platform, like a business idea. Buy me a liter. Buy me a liter of benzene. Thanks again.
Hostile actions by the United States and Israel against Iran or any Muslim country. So maybe, if we're reading a lot into this, military vessels transiting the Red Sea, but there's been no indication yet that the Houthis have gone after any military vessels since the last round of fighting ended with Operation Rough Rider. And the last one is continued escalation against Iran and the axis of resistance. That's pretty vague. I feel like that's one that could play in their favor. They could just say that is increased aggression. It is not increased aggression. Earlier today, the Iranian foreign minister said strikes on steel factories was increased aggression. Doesn't look like that's how the Houthis interpreted it, but either way, they're kind of leaving that open. And I do want to stress the Houthis closing down the Bab el-Mandeb Strait while the Strait of Hormuz is closed would exact a degree of pressure on the United States and Israel that we have not yet felt in this conflict. I'm a little bit surprised the Houthis haven't chimed in at all quite yet, but that is certainly an area of this fight that we need to keep an eye on. Now, for those interested, we just stood up a Substack within the last couple days, week maybe. I think the platform's great. It's really useful. And what we're doing is we're consolidating content over there. So long form, short form, interviews, we've got clips, we've got daily research, links to articles, podcasts.
I think I need to reach to Preston Stewart. Yeah, I think I need somehow to reach for him. Does he have a YouTube channel? Boom. He doesn't have the like the post above in Instagram. Spotify also he has. Unclassified podcast. Instagram, Twitter. I think I can. I think I can. I think I subscribe for him on Twitter. I will write to him on Twitter, I think. United States. View email address. Yeah, I will close it just in case. Yeah, I think I'm gonna write to him an email. Boom. Talk live. How much energy does the smoker need to get these cigarettes from the shop? He'll get there with no fuel. Yeah. It all depends on determination, whether you need fuel or not. Oh shit! I'm showing you my email. How can I not show you my email? You know, I connected the camera, like I have the combination of the keys. It's like open, how to call it? Open curve. Okay. So Control 9, Control 10, Shift 9, Shift 0. It's like I'm switching the camera from this view to the other, to the smaller view. Lots of the weird stuff going around airports, even here in Sydney. Really? I'm writing the mail. Hi Preston, if you want to collab for some video, you may contact me. Cheers. Cheers. You're doing a fantastic job. Okay, send him. We'll see. Maybe I'm gonna appear on his channel. I would like to. Bases are protecting. Yeah. Crimson Desert. The bosses are difficult. Really? Really, they are? I didn't find those bosses. Didn't fight or find those bosses yet. Boris Johnson on podcast? I don't really like Boris Johnson.
And I had to start doing things that went completely against all my principles. Actually incarcerating the British population in their own homes.
Yeah, quite a big call.
It's just extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
And, we'd never done anything like it. I mean, not in my lifetime. I've seen nothing like it.
No.
Having you on a podcast, I guess, would be pretty cool. Well, we'll see. Normally diesel here and it's cheaper than regular, but now it's more. You mean in Germany? Yeah. It's the most expensive petrol type, diesel. Heard about a big ambush in Lebanon? No. What happened there? Ground stops are affecting several DC regional airports. We already know about it. 12 troops have been wounded, according to the most recent information. 2 of them seriously in Iranian military strike on Prince Sultan airbase in Saudi Arabia. This photo tells about it. Explains everything. The relations. This is so hilarious. IDF lured in an ambush by Hezbollah. Really? Yesterday I saw that they hit one of the Merkava tank with FPV drone. For the benefit of China. You think Trump can do TACA and leave the war? I don't think so. Well, he might do it, but it's not gonna bring victory, let's say. It doesn't. Iran demands from the United States compensations and everything of that. If they leave, it doesn't mean that Iran would open the Strait of Hormuz. That's the problem. That's the issue. And it doesn't mean that Iran would stop striking nearby countries. They will continue to do the shit. They want to cause chaos and to economically defeat Donald Trump's administration. Diesel is normally cheaper here because the yearly tax for diesel is much higher. I see. So I don't think that United States have like the good outcome of this military operation. I think they need to come out with some, but even I don't see the way out, honestly. Like good way out. There are more terrible way outs and the worst. Yeah. Like, what would you choose? Bad or terrible? Yeah, of course, the bad variant is to move out the forces and Iran will continue to block and to somehow negotiate with them. That's the bad variant. That's basically, you may call it a defeat. But the worst variant, the worst, is to deploy ground forces. That will be it. Attacker has trapped himself in Iran. I think so. It's not going well. Seems like they're going for terrible. Try to capture Hark Island while they can't even get the Navy or something. Yeah. And you see, Iran bombed this base in Saudi Arabia. 12 people report to be, some of them even seriously injured. And we don't know, maybe they will die. They hit American airplanes, big planes that were exposed out there. So United States, then they will perform this operation if they will try. If they try. In the Hark Island or some other islands. It's the, like, those islands are very close to Iranian infrastructure, Iranian mainland. And they will aim precisely. If they fly like to Saudi Arabia, it's for the further distance, yeah? And still they may reach it. Here, it's like here, like, poof. It's like throwing a piece of paper to the trash can or trash bin, yeah. Far away or here. Boom. You'll nail it from the close perspective. That's not good. Australia needs Tony aboard back. He look good. What? I don't know about Australian politics, but I think Australia is a little bit... Australia is dependent on the fuel, yeah, coming. That's their minus. How long until protests start in the United States? If we start getting more caskets returning, it might get crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Bahrain's Ministry of Interior says they put out a fire in the facility following Iranian attack. Civil defense distinguished a fire in a facility targeted by Iran aggression, they say. Israel Defense Forces has announced they are currently striking regime targets across Iran, as heavy strikes can be seen, heard, so they are just exchanging the strikes. Iran has been hit, and Iran is hitting nearby countries. But at the same time, coalition forces, they don't have enough, it seems like, resources to eliminate or obliterate, as Donny says, all of the facilities for Iran not to launch ballistics any longer. It is a lot different killing unarmed Persian than fighting real soldiers. Yeah. And this war, it's not popular. It was not popular before it started. In Iraq war, Afghanistan war, people were seeking for revenge, yeah, Americans. Because of the 9/11 and everything, so people were not okay. They were looking to retaliate. Here, it was started just like that. Oh, out of nowhere, you know. You reported that nuclear facilities are gone. We did our mission with B-2 bombers the last year, and somehow you saw it escalated. Yeah, the war in Iran escalated, and after Venezuela, just really fast. Oh, we're gonna move our forces fast, and phew, the war. What the hell? At this point, I would rather follow Donald Duck than Donald Trump. Well, if you put even monkey in the White House, or nobody, yeah, let it be zero president of the United States, no one in control, I think it would still be better. Or monkey, yeah. Monkey. Many Russian cities allowed protests because of the internet restrictions, but they all withdrew in a short notice, citing argument. Oh, I see. Jeez. There's currently recognized they were losing popular support in the United States, so they wanted to make the use of the United States military while they still could. Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, with the next president, they would not have enough support. I mean, Israel or Netanyahu. Netanyahu especially. Well, Netanyahu is like a mafia. I would say Russia is a mafia state. Donald Trump wants to build a mafia state, partially successful. He's with that. And Netanyahu is like also mafia state. Especially that there is the open case against Netanyahu, and it's not going just because he's a prime minister. Just because he's a prime minister. There's the criminal case on him. And Trump is asking to drop the case from Israeli and how to say it, prosecution officer. He calls like, you need to drop accusations from my friend Netanyahu. Yeah. So Netanyahu himself, he's unhinged, and also he's cooperating with those forces. He has to, because his own party, it's not that popular. So he's cooperating with right, like you say, Zionists. So I would also confirm that those forces look like that. And they're unhinged, more unhinged. For them, they want like Israel, we're going to destroy Palestinians. And they're really genocidal in their behavior. And Netanyahu has to follow their leadership, let's say, in this coalition, just to stay in power, just not to be personally prosecuted. Because he understands if he goes to jail. And that's why he's prime minister for such a long period of time. And yeah, he's getting more unhinged. What are you telling, guys? Come on. Putin and Netanyahu are so very similar. Yeah, and Trump as well. I always say, like in my post, fuck Putin, fuck Donald Trump, fuck Netanyahu, fuck Orban. I would also put Fico in the company as well. Those who think it's immortal to speak ill of the dead need to be careful with Netanyahu. Oh, immoral, yeah. Immoral to speak ill of the dead need to be careful with Netanyahu. SNL Desert Storm press conference. Play that comedy, please. 30 years ago, applicable now. Okay. Yao Wei. I'll try to find what do you mean? What do you mean? Is it a parody?
Secretary Sean Spicer.
You know, I usually have copy strikes if I play those shows.
And I have been told that I'm also to cut back on the gum chewing, so I am now limiting myself to 1 slice a day.
Look, I just wanted to know what the president intends to do now that the appeals court denied your request to stop the travel ban.
You're testing me, big guy.
What was it related for? Sean Spicer press conference. Who the hell is this guy? Search, then you find it. Yeah, don't play it then. Plus, that's not it. I see. That's not that video. Okay. I was going to show you something. I forgot one, but yeah, let it be. Maybe I get some recommendations. Oh fuck! No. A new album of Hales was released. You know, I like this channel. The channel Dr. Foxotic. Yeah, and they have those funny videos about Donald Trump with AI. It's made very nice. And they also have fucking Hitler parodies. And we listened to this song. It was crazy. And just 2 hours ago, they released a new video, Aryans. Oh my. Church. Old people say, imagine showing this in the 1950s, telling everyone it's genuine lots. Oh, yeah, so. Well, this one sound is not good from what I see. This one was crazy. This one was really a hit from Hales. But the new one I'll listen later. And with Trump, it's hilarious as well. With Donny. Song is hilarious. Yeah. What? That was wrong decade video. Yeah. What's our manga Missouri doing? Well, okay, Mark, see you. See you, Mark. Hi, Adam. Oh, shit. New strike. Yaroslavsky oil refinery. Yaroslavsk Sea. Oh, fuck, those names, even in Russian, I cannot pronounce them properly. Yaroslav Nefti Orgsyntes. Okay, Janos. That goes to the top 5 of the for the capacity in Russia, and may refine 15 million tons of oil per year. It was hit today. Fuck. Play something funny, 3-minute clip, YouTube channel DDR Mondalis. Recent video, they are built a moon-based, invited USA to show how great communism works. Okay, Mouse. Thanks for your support. I'll go maybe play it later. We have some breaking news. So Yaroslavl facility was hit, you see. Oil refinery, it is really burning. Usually you have like this small fire, but here is something really big. Ooh. Fire. Yeah, 2 strikes it looks like. 1 and 2. Every day in Russia looks like that. What do they say? It's burning, like it's burning higher. So probably fire expands, yeah? Expands from one tank to another. Speaking of Spicer, I think I'll put Jen Psyche on the background. I'm getting used to her MS show. Yeah, Psyche, it seems like she has some of the show, yeah? On YouTube or somewhere. Jane Psaki. I remember she was a spokesman of White House. Yeah, this channel, you say, DDR Mond bases. Do the Americans really want to build a moon base?
Esteemed comrades, recently the United States Space Agency, NASA, made the announcement that they intend to construct a base on the moon. We received the announcement published on our website with the required level of objective, unruffled composure. Faced with the unmistakable lack of direction in capitalist space exploration, we recognize that our socialist responsibility demands we offer a helping hand. Guided by principles of proletarian solidarity, the GDR's lunar base now stands ready to offer chosen NASA astronauts a 1-week training program. This program will focus on the
It is auto-dubbing, I just realized. It's in German, in the original, yeah?
funktionierenden Mondinfrastruktur anzubieten, im Geiste proletarischer Solidarität. Zur Vorbereitung wurde bereits
It's the alternate universe where German Social Republic, I don't know, what's the name in English? We call it GDR, was still alive, yeah? Alternate reality. Alternate reality AI slop. Trabant is nice. Yeah, Trabant is nice. By the way, they are made out of plastic, as I remember, and they do not rot. That's great. Has anyone ever gone to the toaster and saw the toast put down 8 hours ago and forgot? Oh shit. Usually it jumps out and it switches off. No? Ukrainians are amazing, never given. Thank you, Betsy. German Democrats. Kash Patel had his email hacked by Iran. Yeah, we spoke about it at the beginning. In the beginning, there is the meme about beginning. We spoke about it, yeah. Carton, no plastic. Oh, yeah, maybe carton. So it should avoid rain. Putin's special military operation is getting a bit expensive now. They're Where does he get money? Banks? Oligarchs, recently he said. Gonna show you where it was the article. Well, the title I will show at least. Also partially today touched this topic. It was somewhere here. This one. Putin asked oligarchs to donate to the budget at cost of Ukraine war source. So there was the meeting between oligarchs, representatives of the Russian business, and Putin, and it was idea of the close oligarch to Putin, Sechin, who is the head of Rosneft, to donate, to gather those donations from Russian oligarchs. And he said that, okay, if you don't have money, no worries, we're gonna drain down our oligarchs and they should be fine about it. Well, after the meeting, just 2 of the oligarchs agreed to partially share their assets with Putin to finance the war in Ukraine. Well, the rest will share as well, because if Putin asks, it means he is not asks, it means that he demands. So he's looking for some of the solution. It was like, the war in Iran was like an opening breath for Putin. Oil prices. But at the same freaking time, Ukraine strikes Russian export facilities. Russia cannot export oil any longer via Baltic Sea, at least for several weeks. They need to restore all of these facilities. They need to repair them. They're still on fire by the time we're speaking. So Russia lost this. They will sell oil for the higher prices, but because they lost 40 at least % of the capabilities to sell their oil, so the price rise by maybe even 40% will be compensated by physical inability to sell the oil. That's interesting. I bet they know about the pending terrorist attack already. What? What are you telling? I put the toaster down again to warm it up and put the butter on since everyone wants to know. I see. 3 hours, yeah, it's nice. I like live streams. That's why we're here. They definitely want to build industry on the moon. Yeah. The oligarchs have private armies. They have their own armed guard. Not in Russia. Any longer, no. After what happened with Prigozhin, no. They don't have. Maybe just Kadyrov. Maybe only him. Yeah, Odessa, it's a residential building was hit with a drone. One more building. There will be a new window recently for some oligarchs. Yeah. Like, if they really care about their lives, they should abandon Putin and try to make some of the coup in Russia. Yes, did you see the new satellite pictures of Ust-Luga? Yeah, I showed them on my recent video with the Ukrainian update, yeah. We discussed them already on the stream as well, so they're here. Yeah, this is, those are real colors here, yeah. The image here is not detailed because this is the lens, the actual image. And those are with the help of the waves, like radio. That's why we have different kind of the colors. Those are blue colors, should be not violet. But in a way it's more detailed, right? This is the real thing, what happened there. So, yeah, the port is being kaputted, not fully as you see, yeah? just this part, a very sensitive part, by the way. It seems like there were more pipes here, some, equipment. So still way to go. Can put this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, nice. And this is on the left, you might see, yeah? Here. This is the LNG facility. So this is oil export, and this is gas export. This is LNG. And there is the LNG tanker. So yeah. This is fantastic. I think I should speak more about this one, like what for what. And here we see some of the equipment, right? Like very sensitive equipment could be. Here, yeah, and here. The port itself. It looks like there were also some of the tankers on fire, but maybe Russia took them out from the place. Nice. Ukraine did a good job. Yeah. I was with my sailing vessel in St. Petersburg 6 years ago and came along that port. It's a huge industrial port. Yeah, it's really big. It's really big. Prigozhin could have thrown out Putin, but then he trusted Putin and flew to Moscow. Yeah. Hopefully Elon doesn't forget to turn off Starlink access to Iran. Do they have a Starlink? I think they block it themselves. Or maybe they use it for their own purposes, for the military purposes. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Yeah, Yaroslavl refinery is on fire. Trying to find some of the videos. Ben, come on. I already follow you on YouTube, so yeah. As there are lots of fires in Russia, name a song related to it. I will start. Let it burn. Okay. Any news about the Strait of Trump? It's still closed. No news. Well, closed for most of the ships. Not for every ship, but closed. Donald Trump says, I built this great military. I said you'll never have to use it, but sometimes you'll have to use it. And Cuba is next. Cuba. We should throw Trump out of office and have Zelensky to take over. Come on, guys. You know it's unreal. If Iran is still able to call their shot and hit targets hours after a warning goes out, they're probably away from accepting our proposal. RGC seems to try to hit regional industrial sites as they warned earlier today. There is some indication that the industrial site in Al Hit, Bahrain, has been targeted. Other claims say that Babco refinery complex has also been hit. USS George Bush aircraft carrier to deploy to the Central Command. Okay, it's on the way, we know it. Yeah, YouTube Betsy. That's all right, Ben. That's fine. They definitely want to build industry. Yeah, already been discussed, but we talked about Iranian nuclear power plant being hit. There is no clarification about this information. I haven't seen the news today about it's being hit. Like maybe 1 week ago, someone said that there were some of the explosions on territory, but nothing was hit. Today, I haven't heard the news. A split is emerging in the Gulf. Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Bahrain grow increasingly hawkish towards Iran, while Qatar and Oman push for de-escalation and talks, says Wall Street Journal. Yeah. So Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain. Okay, they want to continue the military action. Qatar, Oman, they want. Well, Oman is not. Well, I think it was hit once or twice, so it's not really. I think Oman doesn't have American bases. Maybe I'm not sure, but it seems like. And Qatar, well, Qatar has its own policy. I wonder about UAE. They're not saying about UAE. According to CBS, citing a person with knowledge of the matter, 14 additional people of unspecified nationality were injured in Iranian strike on Prince Sultan airbase in Saudi Arabia earlier this week. A person from, 14 people were urgent. Well, if the strike was on American base, well, maybe some of the locals also work there. Yeah, thank you, Betsy. Dubai, yeah, indeed, it's losing lots of the money, spam. Absolutely, tremendous number. Tromendos. Tromendos papandos. With that shit. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go. It was a nice live stream. 3 hours, 8 minutes. Maybe I'm gonna go again live with some of the video game. I'm not sure, but if I'll have the mood, yeah. Before the stream, I wanted to sleep, but now I don't feel like that. I just need to take a break, to drink some tea, to upload my video on other platforms. So thank you so much for joining the live. And I try to make lives every day. Today, the stream, I would say, I liked it. We have the stable, yeah, everything is more or less stable. A little drop, but now rise. So as for YouTube, as for Twitch, it's not that great. Usually I have more viewers, but it's fine. After all, I'm here just for the hobby and to have communication with the people. Let's say I like live streams. All right, guys, see you around, and maybe you'll see today. If you want to join the gaming stream with this new game, I even forgot the name of it, but it's very interesting and fun. Ciao, ciao.